जी हाँ, मैं अब शामिल करना चाहता हूँ हमारे प्रिंसिपल साहिबा को। जी हाँ, जैसे आप देख रहे हैं वो हमारे साथ में शामिल हो गए हैं और अब हम इनसे कुछ सवालात करेंगे जहाँ तक ज़ैद कॉलेज फॉर गर्ल्स का सवाल है। तो उस्तादा, वेलकम टू सिदरतुल मुंतहाज प्रोग्राम। अस्सलामु अलैकुम व रहमतुल्लाहि व बरकातहू।
Walaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
First of all, I would like to thank you, Ustada. You have taken out your time for our program. Thank you very much. Jazakallah for that.
No, Jazakallah khair for giving us the opportunity to share with you what we as principals are doing in the community. It's really, it's really valuable, I think.
Jazakallah, Ustada. My first question is, Ustada, tell us in brief about Zayed College.
I think when we first talk about Zayed College, one of the first things we have to mention is the vision for Zayed College. So the vision of Zayed College is really building Islamic character, high academic achievement, and in an Islamic environment. So basically, it takes a very holistic approach to education of the girls. So we take care of their physical, intellectual, and spiritual well-being. What makes it different, I think, from state schools is the spirituality. So we have, for example, Quran classes, we have Arabic classes so that the girls, inshallah, can understand the Quran. We have Islamic studies, we have salat during the day, and those type of things. This holistic approach obviously also is very important to have in it the academic achievement of the girls. Zayed College is known to have very high academic achievement. In any one year, we usually have about 90% of the girls qualifying to go to university. In any one year, we have at least 3 or 4 scholarships, alhamdulillah. Basically, we also, my vision also is for the girls to be really strong in their Islamic identity. And in that way, it's really important for us to actually give back to the community. So, for example, the girls at Zayed College, we have once a term like Faith in Action, where they might go and clean the beach, they will cook and feed the homeless, they will go to the old people's home and, take them gifts, sing nasheed to them. And things like that, because it's really important to not only do we teach the girls to give to the Muslim community, but also the New Zealand community, because we need to give back. We have about 130 students. One of our main aim is to actually increase the role. The reason for that is as the more students you have, the more funding you have from the ministry, which gives more resources to the schools. And our main thing is that we want to have more resources so we can offer more options to the girls in their subjects, and also their career pathways are obviously broadened because of it. We also have a gym, indoor heated swimming pool. We have only female staff, which makes the girls very comfortable and allows them to have swimming lessons and not worry about the hijab and, when they're playing sports and things like that. So, yeah, inshallah, that's a little bit about Zayed College.
Yeah, and the other thing to all our viewers, Zayed College for Girls is only for the girls' college here in Mangere, Auckland, New Zealand. Ustada, moving forward in this lockdown situation, what are the instructions given to students so that they can carry on with their schoolwork?
Okay, so generally I think it's a practice across New Zealand, but what Zayed College is doing is with the normal timetable that the girls have at school and the teachers have, that is the time that they go online on their computers and have face-to-face interaction with their teachers. Outside of that, we have obviously Google Classroom or other apps that kids use. And that time in the Google Classroom is where all the assignment and assessments and submissions of assignments are. That's where the teacher puts in all the resources so that kids have access to resources which enables them to finish their assessment and continue the learning. Obviously we as a Muslim school also have that holistic approach in that when the timetable that we issue to the girls where they come face to face with their teachers, it also has breaks for salat, for dhikr, and helping out their families and physical exercises as well, because we want to make sure that they're moving. So yeah, that the most important part of the whole support is that face-to-face that they have with their teachers.
So at the same time, students, if they need any help from the teachers, they can go with that. Yeah.
Yes. So what is besides the face-to-face that they have with their teachers online, they can email the teachers at any time and request, I guess, clarifying problems that they might be having with their assessments or their learning, and the teacher will obviously respond to that. Also, another thing is that to support the students and obviously the parents is that today we've diverted our call from school. So if they are having any problems that they can't reach the teacher or something happens, they can call the school, which is diverted to Stadalina, who can actually take calls, although the school is closed.
Yeah. So this is the students part. So as a principal of the institution, what is your expectation from the parents?
My main thing about the support that we need from the parents is really to support the school. And what that means is that the online learning requires parents to actually have some discipline with the children in the sense that they must support the students to follow their timetable. So if a teacher is online waiting for students, the parents also know, because we've sent it all to them, that that is the time that the kids need to be online. So they need to get up, have breakfast, get dressed, and actually be there to actually, be there for when the teacher is online, because that's part of our values of the school too, is to have respect for the teacher, to respect. And so when parents actually do support their kids in that, then they are actually also supporting the special character and the values of the school. The one of the main things too for parents is that it is really important that they keep their daughters safe while they're online. Um, and my message to the parents too is that there is so much help out there to support you. So, for example, the ministry is there, the teachers are there, the senior management is there, principal is there. You can email us or phone us anytime. We've also got our counselor who is there to support the girls if they feel under stress, and because it's a very stressful time for some of the girls. We have our teacher aide who is normally on in classes helping the kids. She's also online in the classes that she normally used to be to help the kids. We have a app which is called School Loop, which is like a newsletter. So every time I get something from the ministry that I have to communicate to the parents or the students, it goes instantly on School Loop, which is actually on the telephone. So they get instant messages. But again, it's like, email us if you need anything to support your daughters, because sometimes parents don't know how to support their daughters. So we are all here to guide and help them. Yeah.
So yeah, so teacher, parent, and students, three of them has to work together to achieve the result.
That's right. That's right. Yes.
And Ustada, moving forward,
yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, it's just what you said is that for the students to be successful in their learning and to continue that learning, we need everyone's support. But one of the main support in that is the parents, because the kids are at home, and so the parents need to ensure that the kids have what they need to get online.
Moving forward, Ustada, those students who does not have devices, how ministry or school is helping them?
The ministry is obviously is all about equity. All about equity, and it's no child is left behind is really the ministry's motto, if you like. But the ministry has offered devices, and they have TV channels. They have also broadband. They're providing broadband for parents who don't have broadband, and the school has also given computers to girls who may need, because they've got 3 or 4 girls in the family or kids in the family, and they might need a computer to themselves. We've also issued computers to them. So there is a lot of and ministry what they say is that we ring the parents and the parents go, yes, we need devices. So we've entered their names on the ministry site and they will get delivered a device. That is sort of obviously sometimes it's a bit delayed at the moment because of the volume of it. But the ministry is actually doing a lot to try and make sure that the kids continue their learning, because that is really important for the well-being of the child as well. Yeah.
And apart from this, we come to the Quran learning side. As far as Quran reading is concerned, what arrangement has been made by schools to continue Quran classes?
Okay. The Quran classes are treated as any other subject. So there's an online communication with the Quran teacher. Again, like the Google Classroom, teacher meeting face to face. One of the things that, going back to supporting the school, one of the things that we need is that the parents also make sure that the kids are practicing their Quran lessons offline. And so the Quran is treated just like any other subjects. It's given time face to face, and it's given the resources that it needs in Google Classroom.
And Ustada, this question, it is during this lockdown time or after lockdown time. How important is it for parents to monitor their children when they are on devices?
Very, very, very important. We have sent out to the parents a software called NetSafe, which we have at school. When kids are at school or they bring their devices to school, it blocks all the sites that are that shouldn't come on the devices. So NetSafe is also provided that for parents at home, that free of charge. So we have actually sent those important notices to the parents that they need to put that NetSafe software onto their computers. There's also apps like House Party, TikTok, and those things, which is really important for parents to be aware of, because it can be not a safe platform for the kids to communicate with others. Again, the school loop that I was talking about earlier, where we communicate with parents, we're actually sending all this communication out to them to make sure that we've also given them a welfare sheet, fact sheet to read, and to make sure that they have, done a check or doing a check that I've got to do this to make sure that the devices and what's coming through in the devices is safe for the kids. And I think one of the things that are important for the parents to do is not to have kids on all night on the computer because they're saying we have to do our assessments or things like that, is to limit the time, to make sure that they have actually physical exercise, that they are doing their salat, that they have family time, because there is no need for the girls to be on the computer from 9 till 3 or 9 to, all hours of the night. Yeah.
And Ustada, during this lockdown, what message you want to give to all your students and your parents?
I think first and foremost is we've got to make sure that we are looking after the well-being of the child. But part of that well-being is not just to the kids just get to do what they want. So part of that well-being is discipline. And discipline about being online, learning, completing your assignments, setting time aside for homework, just like you would do in a normal school. And their time management, that the girls need to manage their time. And all this lessens the stress of the child, especially when they come back to school. And if they have a whole lot of catch up to do because they've wasted their time, and they have no excuse to waste their time, because there's a lot of support, again, from the ministry, from the school, from everywhere, to make sure the girls continue their learning. One of the things about our school is we're really trying to instill into girls to take care of their own learning, their student agency. And so, again, the respect that they are online while the teacher's waiting for them, they need to be online. So basically, communication is really important. And there is so much help out there that parents just need to reach out, and we're here to help you. So, yeah, that's the message I'd like to give to, and for students. There's a lot of support for students and for parents, but they just need to reach out and just keep that communication going.
And finally, Ustada, what is your message to the people out who are watching you from all over the world, different countries, during this lockdown period and during this coronavirus crisis? What is your message to them?
Stay home, stay safe. Listen really to the government and the directives, because they have done a lot of research. They have a lot of expert advice behind that, that keeps us all safe. But it is not only about me keeping safe, but what my actions are to keep others safe. And I think this takes us back to a time where we really have to look at the teachings of the Quran and the teachings of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, his kindness, his helping others. You know, we check our neighbors, are they okay at this time? The elderly, the vulnerable, are they okay? So it's a time to, to really reflect on the character of the Prophet ﷺ and how we're living it, and as Muslims, and what are we doing in New Zealand to keep others safe. And I think it's a time to slow down. It's a time to reset, to reflect, to connect with family. And it's a really clear message, I feel, from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that COVID-19, that He is in control. So if we look at America, for example, a most powerful country, rich country, first world country, and yet it, even today, it's recorded the most deaths, and the technology that's available to us today. But we are all, besides all that, we're in lockdown because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is in control. And I think we need to, at this time, reflect and reset and see how we can get closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and how we're going to do things differently, that we were doing previously, that was stopping that closeness to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So inshallah, a really good time to reflect. And I think it's really nice to see the community, and also the New Zealand, the Muslim community and the New Zealand community at large have really stepped up and is really supporting the directive of the government. Resilience, we have to be really resilient at this really challenging time. And just our faith in general, like, for example, reaching out in Fiji, the cyclone, I think it's Cyclone Herald, that's actually caused damage to over 60 schools in Fiji, that inshallah that we can give to, we can give to Fiji, keep them in our prayers for the teachers, the students, and just the general public. And basically that we are all in this together, that every action of ours is individual matters. And that, it's like New Zealanders say, kia kaha, and just keep strong, keep strong.
And Ustada, while you are talking, I'm receiving some lovely messages from our people that you, as a principal, and your team are doing wonderful work. They are appreciating your work and your team's work, Ustada.
Oh, Jazakallah khair. Thank you for that.
Thank you, Ustada. Jazakallah khair. You have came to our program and given us the information. Thank you very much, and hope to talk more in next week or after next week about Zayed College.
Inshallah. Jazakallah khair for the opportunity. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam.